Panhandlers, my ass. These bastards have a house and car. They are simply getting tax-free money. Period.
Now, where do you concern yourself that these bastards, as you stated, these bastards, now how do you figure they're bastards and you're not? When a person that complains what I just hear you complaining of, you must be the bastard. Because they're human beings that you call bastards. And all they're looking for is something to eat, something to drive, something to live in, just like you do, as you call them bastards. You need to get yourself educated, lady, a woman, a man, or whatever in the hell you are. Because people like you that calls these homeless people bastards, you don't need to be on this planet. Somebody needs to wipe your ass off of this planet.
Panhandlers, my ass. These bastards have a house and car. They are simply getting tax-free money. Period.
And you speak about they getting tax-free money. What in the hell you think the city's getting? I pay $1,100 every 6 months to the city. And they don't call it stealing, but I call it stealing. They call it personal property taxes. Well, these homeless people that you call a bastard, they're not actually out there begging. They're out there just wanting some money for some food. So since you call them a bastard, why don't you go fix them some food? Don't tell me any damn thing about the city. The city's more crooked than anyone on this planet, which all cities are crooked as hell.
Panhandlers, my ass. These bastards have a house and car. They are simply getting tax-free money. Period.
And some of those bastards you call bastards, they're veterans. They went and fought the war to save your ass and people like your ass. And most of them veterans has to get out there and beg for money, beg for food. That's what the government did for them, as you call them bastards. I hate people like you say stuff like that. The city needs to keep the hell out of the citizen taxpayers' business. One day the city will control every damn thing that y'all do on this planet.
Panhandlers, my ass. These bastards have a house and car. They are simply getting tax-free money. Period.
What you need to do is stick a hot dog. They got 12-inch hot dogs. Stick it up your ass and feed it to yourself.
Now to continuing coverage from the peninsula, where complaints about panhandling are leading the city of Hampton to take action. Tonight, council heard about a plan to stop beggars from lining their pockets on the streets and outside businesses. But as 10 on your side's Liz Kilmer shares, the city's action is also designed to really help those in need, Liz.
Yeah, Anita, that's right. Tonight, city officials said they're not trying to discourage people from helping those in need. In fact, they want to encourage people to help, but instead by giving their money to places that will provide actual long-term assistance to help folks who need it get back on their feet. Please don't encourage panhandling. Will soon be seen on streets across Hampton, along with the city's housing crisis hotline, part of a plan council heard Wednesday.
It is a problem. We're trying to deal with it. It's a national issue. And so what we're trying to do is to come up with creative strategies to allow us to try and manage the problem.
Officials say people in Hampton have been complaining for years about panhandlers. People like Jamie Himes, who says he was once charged with assaulting an officer and resisting arrest while panhandling. Today, he was back at it.
I don't like it. I mean, if I could work, but no one wants to hire me because I'm a felon.
But officials say money handed to panhandlers doesn't provide long-term help. The city's effort isn't meant to discourage charitable people from giving, but to redirect those funds to shelters and other organizations.
I certainly do not want people to be less compassionate. I just want people to be smarter and more efficient with their compassion, making sure that you're trying to really change someone's life, not just a moment in their life.
Give the money or aid to an organization that really can provide long-term assistance versus that which will probably cause them to come back out the next day.
The city says panhandling is a protected First Amendment right. Another way they hope to curb it by having businesses on board signing a trespass authorization allowing police to ban panhandlers from properties. So far, more than 30 are on board. Heim says he doesn't think it's right.
As long as no one's bothering anybody, I don't feel they really should worry about it too much. I mean, some people you have to make money somehow.
And council action wasn't needed here. I'm told this was a city staff project. Those signs, they haven't been placed up just yet, but will be any day now. And depending on the success of this, some may be moved or more may be added. I'm live in Hampton. Liz Kilmer, 10 on your side.
All right, Liz.
Hampton, VA. The city of Hampton will be putting up signs throughout the city to encourage would-be donors to reconsider giving to panhandlers and to direct those in need to the right place. Jamie Dimes was standing on a street corner along Coliseum Drive Wednesday, asking for help. He said he recently got out of jail and no one will hire him because he's a felon. I was panhandling at the time. So I got assault on a police officer, resisting arrest and stuff, Dimes says. As part of a new campaign, Hampton crews will be putting up the signs at busy intersections, including along Coliseum Drive, directing those who need help and those who want to help to other resources. Read City of Hampton's report on panhandling. The signs read, "Please don't encourage panhandling." The city and local non-profits help the homeless. The phone number for a housing crisis hotline, area code 757-587-4202, is included on the signs. 1. Make people think about whether or not they want to give their money in this way, but also make sure that people know that the city is doing outreach to homeless and has a program to actually support the homeless. And then finally, if people are needing services, there's the number they can call. It's a hotline, says city spokesperson Robin McCormick. Dimes says he collected more than $50 panhandling Monday. Asked about the city's plan, he said, "I don't know why they should worry about not encouraging people because I mean, if I was in a better situation, I would help. There was a time when I did have a good amount of money and if I'd seen somebody panhandling, I'd give them some money," Dimes says. Panhandling is considered a First Amendment free speech activity. According to the city, more than 30 business owners have signed forms allowing police to ban panhandlers from the property if the practice goes against the rules of the business. "I think that supporting people who are in need is a wonderful thing for folks to do. It is altruistic. It is helpful to society. But just maybe stop and think about where that money goes and what it is used for and how maybe you could be more effective with your donations to a non-profit," McCormick says. Wednesday night, council heard about the plans via the presentation. "I certainly do not want people to be less compassionate. I just want people to be smarter and more efficient with their compassion," says Assistant City Manager Steve Bond. Trying to save someone's life, not just the moment in their life. Top news sponsored by Disabled Veteran says he's out thousands after work. The disabled Coast Guard vet is asking for answers after a trailer that Why are there so many people panhandling? Asking for handouts is the way some people make a living. Human Services estimates that fewer than a quarter of panhandlers in the city are actually homeless. What can the city do about panhandling? For the record, very little. Courts have ruled that asking for money is free speech, a basic constitutional right. The city is putting up signs in areas frequented by panhandlers to make sure they know how to get services if they are truly homeless. What can you do about panhandling? Don't reward the behavior by giving money. It's natural to want to help the homeless, so give your money to organizations that will use it to help those truly in need. Hampton is part of a regional consortium that has helped reduce homelessness by 35% since 2011. Hampton's Human Services has a team of people who look for homeless people, evaluate need and offer services. They also hand out comfort kits, which contain necessities. Video for the record. Panhandle info shopping tape to unmute if playback doesn't begin shortly. Try restarting your device. 10 amazing inventions for bicycles you must see. Chopbusters 606K views 15:24 The Staple Singers. I'll Take You There full-length version FUNKNA and 4.8M views for 37 All Green. How Can You Mend the Broken Heart? VM The Basti N Red 30M views 6:29 Bay Days is back as Racing to Save the Bay Festival City of Hampton. VA 66 views 10:22 Foster Grandparent Volunteers Help Peninsula Children City of Hampton. VA 49 views 14:15 The 45 RPM Record Friend Blanche 62K views 21:44 Update on new businesses in Hampton City of Hampton. VA No views 30:35 Arts in the Park continues Buckrow Beach season City of Hampton. VA 130 views 10:55 Volunteer in Hampton raises oysters to help clean the Chesapeake Bay City of Hampton. VA 77 views 16:10 Super Fast Hampton Cup Regatta returns September 23 City of Hampton. VA 7 views 18:35 Constantina Andritz.
Why are there so many people panhandling? Asking for handouts is the way some people make a living. Hampton's Human Services estimates that fewer than a quarter of panhandlers in the city are actually homeless. What can the city do about panhandling? For the record, very little. Courts have ruled that asking for money is free speech, a basic constitutional right. The city is putting up signs in areas frequented by panhandlers to make sure they know how to get services if they are truly homeless. What can you do about panhandling? Don't reward the behavior by giving money. It's natural to want to help the homeless, so give your money to organizations that will use it to help those truly in need. Hampton is part of a regional consortium that has helped reduce homelessness by 35% since 2011. Read more at hampton.gov for the record.